Hey everyone, it's Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would share a behind the scenes of how I put together my April sticker sheets. I did this in February and I think you guys liked it, and so I thought I would do it again for April. I really discovered that I felt like I did not have a lot of themed April stickers. And I also went through my Brandy Kincaid newsletters one weekend night, and I discovered that I had a lot of her products because she's really amazing. I mean, she's just an amazing person, but one of the amazing things about her newsletter is that she includes a freebie, and I have been a subscriber for like 5 years. So I went back and made sure that I had everything that I wanted downloaded, yeah. And I wanted everything, obviously. So I have a lot of new items, I guess you could say, that I want to try out, including these like little pep talk squares. Like one of them says, give your grumpy self some grace. So I love those. I also love the flowers with the days of the week on them. Some of them I colored over the days so that way I could just use them as is. And so I really liked that. I had already planned out an April page to use, obviously a Saturday. So I'm going to use those 3 flowers, and I just needed to erase a little bit of the white around it so that way I could use it better, because it won't take up as much space, if that makes sense. And once I have all 3 of them, I am going to shrink them down to the size that I want, because I'd written it down on a piece of paper. So I'm going to shrink them down to the size I want and then duplicate them to make another really small set, because I knew that I wanted a big set and a small set. And so that's going to work out perfect. So most of this sheet is going to be the Brandy Kincaid stuff that I wanted to add to my collection. I should probably just start a box of all her amazing printables that I have. I've also bought several things from her shop. But a lot of the time when she does like sticker sales, they sell out so quickly, I just can't get any of them. But I have a lot of the freebies now. So I'm going back into my Brandy Kincaid folder and seeing what I want to pick out. I want to pick out everything. I found this quote sheet that says like, I am worth my time, I create and welcome abundance. And so I picked out several of those, and I used the rectangle marquee tool to highlight what I want, click copy, and then paste it onto the page. Then I can go back into my Brandy Kincaid folder and go ahead and just drag everything onto the page. Or I can just open it in a separate like spot, like I did with these flower clusters, and then I use the wand tool to kind of erase the background. At first I didn't do this, like I had forgot. I was thinking to myself, why did I not use the wand tool? But then I remembered how using the wand tool will erase the background and make it so much easier. So the wand tool, you click it, I think it's a W even on a Mac. So you click it and then you right click, select inverse, and then it'll get everything on the inside. And then I could always save this as a PNG and then open it in my Silhouette and cut it with matte paper, sticker paper, anything I want. I prefer just cutting these out by hand, and I kind of explain it at the end, but really my Cameo can sometimes be such a pain that it would take less time to just fussy cut it. Especially now with a new sticky mat. Oh my goodness, the sticky mat is ridiculously sticky and ruins everything that I put on it to cut. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that sticky mat. I might just get out the old mat, because that would work better. So I think I saved that floral arrangement page. It almost looks like floral bushes, but very pretty floral bushes. I saved that so that way I didn't have to redo the wand step, and I closed it. Then I opened up a floral page, and I think it said like, needs time or something, and I didn't want that yet. I wanted to just have a row of the flowers first and duplicate those a few times. So I think I mentioned this in my February sticker video. When I am pulling pieces, I'm not just trying to pull a bunch of random things. I am trying to pull things with kind of mini kits in mind, mini daily page kits in mind. So these florals and then the saying in good time, in your own good time, and April, that would be one little mini kit that I could use. Same thing with the oval sayings that I had earlier. I could use those for one mini page. And then the floral bushes, those could probably be 2 total pages. So there's a lot of options when I am putting together these pages. And of course, I also put together my pages with the monthly colors in mind. I've talked about this in my scrapbooking videos a lot. I don't know how much I have in my journal videos, but for me, when I think about months, I think about how the month to me, what colors does it represent? So April to me represents a lot of greens and blues and purples. So I tend to gravitate towards those colors when I'm creating my daily pages. But I love how Brandy Kincaid is so very colorful, and it's going to help me to kind of branch out into the bright spring colors. Like these half circle rainbows, I found those in one of my newsletters, and I was just about so excited. I was so excited opening all these newsletters, and I'm glad that I had a good audiobook and a weekend evening that I could just go through all my newsletters and make sure that I had everything downloaded. I thought I had, but apparently I did not. I'm cutting a bunch more of the half circles again with the wand tool and selecting inverse and then using my marquee to copy and paste. And that way, by selecting the inverse with the wand tool, I don't have to remove that white background. I don't know if I made that clear earlier, but that's the main reason that I want to remove the background, so I don't have to deal with erasing. I also grabbed a few images from Unsplash, and they're mainly the Easter themed images, so I will use those to also make a kit. I took some screenshots and I wanted to use those maybe in my spread. Some of these quotes are month specific, like the April Gemini and Hello April, but then there's 2 others that I could use at any time. And so if I don't use them in April, I can always put them in my quote box or my color box. I'm kind of currently organizing my clear stickers and just going through that process. So that's why I haven't really shown you guys yet. So the Unsplash photos saved as a weird file. So I had to convert the image and then just drag them into my Photoshop, shrink them down, and then place them where I want them. So I have kind of like a purple, blue, pink one and then a really bright colored one. So I might use both of those, and I'm going to take some digital stamps to build a mini journal kit page. So once I get done with both April sticker pages, I will probably have anywhere from 6 to 10 daily journal pages, which is terrific because then that kind of takes a lot of the guesswork out of, planning my day. The Ali Edwards Stories by the Month April kit came with this awesome sticker sheet that has a bunch of spring phrases on it. So I just copy and pasted a bunch of those to the bottom. I am thinking about taking that entire sheet and pulling it into the Cameo and seeing if the Cameo can cut those for me, and then I'll have those in my stash for spring. So I'm still getting used to Photoshop, and I could not figure out how to erase these little circles in the bottom that indicate it's a screenshot, but also it's an image with music. And so I just copy and pasted a blank portion of that quote and then copy and pasted it over the circle. It's kind of, not the best method, but it works and it did the trick. I also was just digging around in my April scrapbooking kits, and I saw this quote that says celebrating the magically mundane. So again, I removed the background and changed the color to pink, and it's going to match the pink with the Easter eggs and the green. And so I really like that phrase and had to include it. And then the Hello April, that's going to be also part of that page's kit. At least I think it is. It's for one of the egg photos that I have. And I love pulling in a bunch of digital stamps and either changing the color or just leaving them as black, because you can use black anytime, anywhere, and it's just the best. And then I remembered that in my scrapbooking stash, I have this digital April kit that it's like one of my all-time favorites. Let's just put it that way. It is an all-time favorite. I absolutely love all the digital stamps that are in it. I love all of these flowers, and I've used them over and over and over again. I love them. And you can see here, I'm dumping everything onto the page so that way I can print a first set of these flowers because I love them and I can't get enough of them. So I placed a bunch of them. I took a lot of the rearranging and sizing. I edited out a lot of that so you guys didn't have to see that, but I placed a bazillion of them so I can use them on a journal page. I'm even thinking about doing a column down the left side or the right side of all of these flowers. So it can be like a rainbow of spring. That'd be really fun. Because I have done washi tape strips like down the side before. I did it in Halloween and I've done it other times, but it'd be fun to do it with stickers. There's also some stamps here. There's Savoring This Life, 5 things. And I love the 5 things as a prompt to just like, if it's a day where I don't want to journal a lot, I can just journal 5 things and call it done. So I just pulled a color from the purple egg photo and I'm going to change the color of this to have that kind of deepish purple blue color. And I really, really like the color schemes on these eggs. And then I did the blue on document. So now I have two phrases that I can use on that daily journal page. Then I decided that why don't I just make some eggs based off of that image? And I know that this is more than I will need for an Easter day spread, but I'm also thinking if I do a vellum insert for like a collage of photos, I can use the eggs there. Or, if I wind up using them next year, that's fine. I just wanted to see how these would turn out. And now, again, I'm new to Mac and Photoshop, so I couldn't figure out where to find the oval shape. So if you guys want to point me in that direction, that would be great. For now, I just kind of drew my own, and I made a total, I think, of like 5 eggs, and I have to go back and forth over to the eyedropper tool to kind of get the colors that I want. And of course, there's a bunch of shuffling, so that way I get the maximum space used out of this 8.5 by 11 sheet. So I am shuffling things, and then I changed some colors of things for my different titles and just trying to make room. But I really do like how the eggs came together. I stamped today's story on one of the eggs, and then to make it look like it's kind of blending in, I'm going to tone down, or not, is tone down the right word? I'm going to change the opacity to a really low number. And then I just looked in one of the Ali Edwards scrapbook kits. I just picked one at random and I found a subtle pattern and I clipped it into the egg and turned down the opacity. And so now it looks like I have a patterned egg, and I think that's really cool. And I'm excited to figure out a way to use these eggs. And again, most likely I might just do an insert with vellum, because I have the Hobonichi Avec. I have the room to go big because I have 2 planners and I love that. So I'm not really worried about, room or not having enough room, I guess. So I grabbed a floral and I stamped it more on the left side, turned down the opacity. And I also make sure that when I'm stamping on the eggs, I turn it white. So that way, when you turn down the opacity, it's very light colored and not dark. The I've Got This, that is the same green as the bright colored egg photo with the pinks and the greens. So that'll go together with that page. And then I have several other phrases from other digital kits. I also wanted to make sure that I grabbed some phrases about being comfy and snuggling, because I've noticed I don't have any stickers that have anything to do with like snuggles or hugs or comfy time, because my people and me, or maybe it's just me, after a very long day, I so look forward to snuggling up on the couch with a blanket, and I need to get some stickers that are all about snuggling on a couch. I was even looking at my Coffee Monster Co. stickers, and I really didn't have any. I had some that were fall themed, but I need some that are just couch snuggles all the time. Maybe I need to just write that out as a stamp, but for now, I have So Comfy. I did that one twice. Also, Little Things I'm Enjoying, because that could be used as a prompt as well to kind of list out some things that I'm enjoying. And I also have Let's Get Comfy. So now I have a few things. I should probably add Warm and Fuzzy too. I probably should have printed one of those because I love wearing big, warm, fuzzy socks around the house during the weekends and at night. That's just my thing. One last kit that I wanted to look at, or I think it's one of the last kits because I'm running out of room, is an Ashley Horton kit from her shop, The Cut Shop. She did monthly kits all the way up to September, and so I just want to grab a few things from her April kit. And then I remembered I have a new kit from Michelle at Corky Heart Designs, so I'm kind of showing it to you right now, but I don't have any room to print anything, and I'm so bummed, but I will be printing some of her April cards. I then decided I do have one couch sticker, so I'm going to go ahead and print that out because it's one of my all-time favorite digital stamps from In a Creative Bubble. So I grabbed the girl on the couch and then Savor These Quiet Moments. I'm going to change the color of that to match the couch, and also grab Me Time and change the color of that because I do have spring break coming up, so goodness gracious, I want some me time. And now I'm going to save it, and then eventually I will flatten the image so that way I can print it out, and I print it in a separate app, the Canon print app. So I just got to make sure I save it as a JPEG. Then I can open up the Canon print app and print it. And I print it as plain paper, but best quality, because I did some test printing with sticker paper and that seems to be my best option. And then I just give it a few minutes to dry and then I can cut it out. And there you go. I'm so excited. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing these pages come to life. So before I ended the video, I wanted to just share with you how the printed sheets came out. I have this one that has a ton of Brandy Kincaid on it, and also this one as well. I know I could use my Cameo for this, but sticker paper is really expensive and my Cameo is sometimes finicky, and I just really don't want to run the risk of it not cutting perfectly on the first try. So I will cut these out and then add them to my sticker box. This is my sticker box. It feels like as the months go on, I clear out stuff that doesn't pertain to that month, but I also tend to keep stuff. So the box is just growing and growing. So I may need to take another look and see, you know, if I haven't used it in a few months, maybe it needs to just go. But I'm going to cut all these up and I will be able to use them. Also just wanted to show that I already have a spot on the 5th for this one right here, Give Your Grumpy Self Grace, and I measured it out, so hopefully it fits. If it doesn't, that's okay, I can make some adjustments. And then same thing with over here. I got these 3 flowers for this small section and the larger flowers for right here. And again, you can see it's just pencil marks to roughly sketch it out. So I've already got some plans for these and so excited to have these and have some April stickers. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.